All right, man. Let's talk about Joel Gonzalez losing the unanimous decision. I think it was 116, 111s, 118, 110. But it was a lot more competitive than that. Let's talk about it. That subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, man. And yeah, man, I was impressed, man. Well, what made me stay up watch the fight actually was the co-main event was pretty good. But I was watching on Disney Plus. Remember the Titans, all right. And I'll tell you this whole card, I think I started watching Remember the Titans. I think I started watching it during while the card had started. And I watched the whole movie, bro. Some of the credits and all that. And you know, when I got done with the movie, shit, the fight before the co-main event was on. You know, and you know, so I'm like, it was a long card, and I guess that because they started late. I don't know if it's per se was an Eddie Hearn lame type of card, but they had started late. All right, so with them starting late, it was just like, you know, the fight they just announced the scores like a couple minutes ago, and it's 9 minutes to 2 a.m. All right, so can't tell me I ain't down for the cause for boxing. And I am down for the cause, man, because that was a great fight, man, and I definitely appreciate that fight. And what you got here was Joel Gonzalez. He hurt. You know, he had a better poker face than Nervete. He hurt Nervete like like 7 to 8. Maybe I'll be nice and say 10 times. He hurt him like late in the he later hurt him like late in the fight in the championship round. He hurt him with 2 left hooks to the rib cage. He buzzed him with a right hand a couple times. He just didn't use the jab. That's what happened. Had to use the jab, you know, even with the cuts. He suffered 3 cuts. He suffered the first one, like they saying it might be the announcers were saying it might be a broken orbital bone. He suffered a cut under the right eye. Watch it, wow. He suffered a cut under the right eye, and you know, the swelling. Come on, Boogie. Joel had his Frenchie there. I got my Chihuahua with my dogs. You know, and he cut him under his right eye. I think it was his right eye. It was or left. I think it was the lead eye left. I can't remember. It was swelled really, really bad, and he kept fighting. He cut him over the brow, and he cut him a third time. I forgot what the third cut was at, and Joel kept trucking. You know, had Joel would have walked in and used the jab or used more volume, I think he would have won the fight. And I think Nervete got a lot of credit, and I scored at 117, 110 for Nervete, and I'll tell you the rounds in a minute. I think Nervete got a lot of credit for just effort. He threw a lot of shots that didn't land. I mean, they didn't break the guard. He literally missed. I don't think he landed an uppercut, but I don't think he landed a flush uppercut all night, and that's his shot. But Joel came prepared for the uppercut, and I don't think he really landed a meaningful uppercut all night, man. And like I said before, Joel did well. I think, you know, I don't know if it's Joel poker face, but he hurt Nervete more than he hurt him. But Nervete just a machine. He's just a dog. You know, every time, you know, Joel, even if he was hurt or not, fired off and got off with a combination or hit him with a good shot. Nervete would come back with 3 or 4 shots. And that caught the judge's eye. That caught the announcer's eye. And his value, his ability, his passion, his pain threshold is wild because he was visibly hurt to the body. He was hurt to the head. And he just kept trucking. He just kept going, man. He got that wheel. He got that Crawford in him. He get hit. He want to hit you like 3 or 4 times. And like I said before, the answer to beating him, it isn't punching with him per se, because I was explaining to, I think it was Rod Rodriguez on Twitter. I think his launching points is too crazy. He don't have to sit to land or to get authority. He just a natural thudding puncher. So, you know, he might throw an uppercut, you know, off balance, you know, off his toes, or he might throw a loop in 1-2, and it just defies the X's and O's of boxing. You know, it defies the X's and O's of boxing. So when you punch with him, it's pretty tough because his launching point, he kind of reminds you of a Mexican, little Roy Jones, not per se his style, just like how Roy was able to not telegraph his shots and just jump in with different launching points and awkward launching points. And he's a very awkward fighter. And he was just able to, you know, but the answer is to be technical and to pick up your jab and push him backwards. And I think, you know, obviously we could talk about Joel underutilizing the jab, but I think the key too was to work the jab up and down the 3 levels to the pit of the stomach, to the chest, and to the head. And I think he didn't do that enough. And then when Joel did, get in position to land or do something. It was just that, he may have weathered or picked off. His defense was really tight and pickable. For somebody to be relying on the peekaboo like he did with cuts, he did not get hit with uppercut a lot of times. And that's credit to him. But I think about it, when he got in position, he was looking for one big shot, and that's either the left hand to the body or the right hand over the top, or just the counter right hand. And that wasn't the play. Had he doubled the jab above him, did what I said with the jab in those levels, then that right hand would have came easier. And I think he should have cry baby. And I think he should have continued to go to the body early on. He was picking up to the body early on. I just think he dropped off to the body for whatever reason it was, to try and land that overhand right. And he hurt Navarrete too. Late in that fight with a left hook. No matter, think about if he would have exclusively went to that body and kept going on, he probably would have broken Navarrete down. But Navarrete, he liked pain. He one of those fighters. He one of those fighters that like pain. He one of those fighters that like pain, and he just a machine. Honestly, he's just a machine. But let me say these rounds. So the only rounds I gave Joel was second, the fifth, and the sixth. I mean, from the first, third, fourth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, and some of the championship rounds was close. I all gave it to Navarrete. And I was kind of, I don't know why I was rooting for Joel. I guess it's just an underdog thing, but old boy a machine. And that's 1 week after Wilder Fury 3, man. And that's 1 week after Wilder Fury 3. And I think they gave us, I mean, you could say it was more competitive, but I don't know. I thought that Joel was gonna make it competitive. At one point, I had a dead even, and then Navarrete, it's just his conditioning. And then, Joel was getting away with some low blows on the bell line, below the bell line. But like I said before, it didn't bother Navarrete. He just ate him and kept him moving. So, I mean, overall, I enjoyed the fight. Like I said, it was a great way to kick off post-Wilder Fury 3. We got Mikey Garcia and Sandor Martin tomorrow. But yeah, Navarrete's the right man won. I definitely want to see Joel Gonzalez again versus Gary Russell. I think he might beat Kid Galahad. He might give Gary Russell a run for his money. I mean, talking about guys like Mauricio Lara getting into a championship fight, Mark Mexo. I mean, the guy just fought in Pacquiao, Ugas undercard. I mean, there's fights out of Isaac Daube. I think they just announced a fight for him today. I can't remember who he's fighting, but like I said before, Christopher Diaz, he'll be back, and I think we got what it takes to win the championship. It's just small things. Make Colin there. I think he got to pick up his jab. I think he beat Leo Santa Cruz too, especially at the knockout. But here's what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Check the fight reaction playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all my social media links, subscription. Twitter's the fastest way than Facebook and Instagram. If you want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the financial donation. Shout out to Vinny Ochoa for donating to in the Cash App. Other than that, man, looking for people to advertise on the channel. Best way to donate, thumbs up, share the video. I mean, all right, I'm tired. Hit the bell icon, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.